Mom, Debbie, sister Brooke were right there in the front row, as they so often are. It's a good pairing here. Greta Myers, who won the 3,000 on Friday night, just 21 years old, out of Lino Lakes, Minnesota. So the best season of her career, and she is a very real threat for one of these two 1,500-meter spots.
I think these are the likely two, 1 and 2. We shall see, of course. Olympic trials is always full of surprises, but just keep your eye on Bowe on the left side of your screen. This is a whole nother level of competition. She's been the absolute best in the world. Technically, I think even if you're just new to the sport, you'd be able to see how much different it is the way she skates. She's got this great, relaxed, long stride. She gets up to speed on the opening split. Again, it's important to get going, but it's not the most important aspect, but she's 2 seconds ahead of the field, just showing she will likely end up 7 or 8 seconds ahead of the current split on her way to trying to make another Olympic team.
Even already well ahead of Greta Myers. She went over the top of her on the backstretch there, which means she didn't get the draft, but means she's that far out in front. She's a 4-time world champion, twice in the 1,000, twice in the 1,500, 2-time Olympic bronze medalist, including a bronze in the 1,000 in Beijing 4 years ago. She is almost 4 seconds ahead of first with 2 laps to go. 28:44 on that lap.
That's a fast pace. If ever there's been a weakness in Brittany Bowe's 1,500, it has been in the final lap. Sometimes these early laps, they really end up jumping on her by the end. 8.4 is where she was at when she skated a 1:55 at the final World Cup of the season. I think that's close to the time you need to skate to make the team. But look at Greta Myers. Came out a little slow off the line, proving that point that I don't think you need to have a great opening split, and it's getting close. Myers was faster on that last lap.
And faster than Bowe in the second of 3 full laps, and now they're basically dead even, and they come together on the crossover there.
Oh man, that's heartbreaking for Greta Myers. She was trucking along, and that just loses all your speed. Brittany Bowe is clearly going to move into the lead. It will possibly be enough to hang on all the way through the end of the field.
Here's Brittany Bowe churning to the line. The 3-time Olympian is well out in front in a time of 1:55.03. Greta Myers goes 1:56.78 and hangs on to second with 1 pair to go, as Bowe is in great shape to add the 1,500 to her 1,000.
Wow, what a race there. Brittany Bowe, no surprises, 1:55. Oh, that was a great last lap. Look at this backstretch. Hits her glasses off her head. Brittany Bowe had the right of way. Greta Myers was accelerating, was going faster, but she was behind her pair there, Brittany Bowe, and so she had to stand up and let off the gas. That just bleeds all your speed. Brittany Bowe, of course, moves into the lead. 1:55 was the time I thought it would take to win this, and she was a low 1:55. There's Brittany's mom and sister excited by the race. That was a great race from Brittany Bowe. Great race from Greta Myers, but we'll see if that'll hold up.
Dig into the right of way a little bit more for me there. The outside skater in that situation always has the priority to come in.
That's right. You've gone further than your pair. If you're ahead on the outer lane coming around, so the skater going from inner to outer, if you're even close, you have to stand up and let the skater go back. And look how close they went here. Brittany Bowe's hand blasts her glasses right off her face. That's how close Greta Myers was. That's why when you saw her stop that push, she knew if she was that close. There's actual potential that could be a disqualification because Brittany Bowe touched the other skater. I doubt at Olympic trials they would do that, but I think technically it could be.
And they still hold the top 2 spots, Bowe and Myers, 1:55.03, 1:56.77, 2 Olympic spots on the line. This is the final pair. Georgia Birkeland, she's on the inside. She was a Beijing Olympian in the mass start, and Piper Eady on the outside. Likely 4 years away from being a real Olympic contender, but she has had an incredible trials here.
It's been very exciting watching Piper Eady. You do feel like you're watching one of the future stars of the sport. Georgia Birkeland on the right side of your screen. This is a very important race for her. She's expected to be able to make the team pursuit team, but she wants to get on an individual distance. This is her last shot, realistically, to make any other individual distances, perhaps in the mass start, but time trials. Look at the opening split from Eady way out front.
Both well off that opener from Brittany Bowe. Birkeland was second behind Myers in the 3,000 on Friday. Eady was third in that race, but Eady has raced everything from 500 meters to 3,000 here so far.
She is doing Yeoman's work here, trying to get herself in position. Georgia Birkeland is in a bit of trouble. Not only is she well behind her pair, she's a strong finisher. I think she might have a chance to catch up on Eady, but silver medal position at 156.77 skated by Greta Myers. Even with her having to let off, there's only 2 potential spots up for grabs. The first spot we know will go. The second spot is likely to go. So you want to be able to fight your way on there. Georgia Birkeland, you see her gritting her teeth, moving to the inner lane here, trying to fight her way back, trying to claw back to the time.
And she uses the inside corner here to move ahead of Edie, finishing strong, coming toward the bell lap. Birkeland showing the distance endurance here, but she'll need an incredibly fast last lap. She would need to skate under 28 seconds on this last lap to move ahead of Greta Myers' second place spot.
And it's probably an impossible task. She is fighting with all she's got. She's pouring her heart and soul into this, and she's actually skating phenomenally well. This is a really great last lap with the 1500. If she is not able to pull off the second place position, you'd have to look at this race and say maybe she just didn't get enough going in the early bits, well off the pace on the opener.
Brittany Bowe and Greta Myers have both seen their times come and go. They grab the 2 spots. Birkeland finishes in third, under 2 minutes. So Brittany Bowe is officially in the 1,000 and the 1,500 in Milan. Greta Myers, who won the 3,000, likely qualified in the 1,500 with her second place finish.
She is back again with all smiles. And Brittany, what does it mean to you to live up to being the favorite and delivering for another win?
Really blessed and really honored to have the opportunity to come out here and come out on top today.
Yeah, so you won the 1,000 yesterday. How difficult is it to double back with a distance that's even longer?
Erin won the 1,000 yesterday. I know I was going in there and people thought I was the favorite, but she had an incredible race, and I rewatched her race this morning and I was like, that was a beautiful race. So I wanted to bounce back today and get that gold, so I'm glad I was able to do it today.
That's right. Thanks for the correction. You made the team yesterday at the 1,000.
Yeah.
You're almost like redlining throughout this entire race. How difficult is the distance to compete?
I would say it's one of, if not the hardest distances in speed skating. It's a perfect combination of speed and endurance, and like you said, yeah, you are redlining till the end, and it's really whoever can suffer the most is going to win.
And one thing we've noticed, I don't think anybody here is having more fun than your mom. She is loving all this, and how special is it for you?
Oh my gosh, this is my 16th year racing, and she shows up as much as she did on day one. So I don't know if she has a voice left. She does. The voice never goes, but that's her cheerleading.
Hard monitor, she's got it all over.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves it.
That's great. Congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you so much.
Bill.
All right, Lewis, thank you. We do have some news coming out of this women's 1,500. So Brittany Bowe has won the 1,500. She is on her way to the Olympics. That crossover trouble where Greta Myers did not give the right of way to Brittany Bowe has now led to a disqualification for Greta Myers. She's disqualified here, but it's in the bylaws, Joey, of the Olympic trials that you can request a reskate if you're disqualified. They want to give every athlete their best chance. So she will skate the 1,500 again today, and it'll be a pure time trial to see if she can beat Georgia Birkeland's time and grab a top 2 spot.
And traditionally, in my memory, I am racking my brain, I have never seen a skater reskate faster than the race they put up in the actual event, in the prime event. That's an unbelievably difficult position for her to be. She skated enough of a gap. You look at that 156 she skated, she has some room to play with, even if she's slower, to still get in that second position. But you are not allowed to impede, and even though it didn't slow down Brittany Bowe at all, the fact that she was close enough to touch the face of the skater behind her meant that technically she was disqualified by the referees.